What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. We have so many interesting, amazing stories to talk about. The first one, the big bomb dropped by Ivan Schwarzkopf and other new journalists and news outlets that Liverpool are pursuing Alexander Isak very hard, and we are planning to sell at least Darwin Nunez, but maybe Luis Diaz, definitely Harvey Elliott, maybe Gerard Kwanzaa. We are selling, we already sold Kelleher and maybe lots of other fringe players, because Liverpool feel that they can persuade the Swedish striker Alexander Isak to join Liverpool, especially after the Florian Wirtz transfer is completed, after the Milos Kerkez transfer is completed. Liverpool will be the strongest team in the Premier League and one of the strongest teams in Europe. So it would be very tempting to go all out for Alexander Isak, for Isak himself. And in this video we will have major updates on the Florian Wirtz transfer saga, Hugo Ekitike transfer to Liverpool, potential transfer as well, and lots of other news stories. So make sure to just grab a drink, sit back and enjoy this video. And if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. So Liverpool's number one striker target is Alexander Isak, and Liverpool are confident to get him. And people are asking, is it really possible after splashing so much cash on Florian Wirtz? I think if we sell Diaz, Nunez and maybe Chiesa, or just Diaz and Nunez, Diaz and Nunez could generate 120, 140 million pounds, and that would more than fund the Alexander Isak transfer. And also Liverpool will sell other fringe players. But remember, Liverpool had a season where they generated 700 million pounds after winning the Premier League and getting to the last 16 of the Champions League, and we will generate maybe 750, maybe even 800 million pounds next season. Michael Fretton is reporting in the Goal news outlet that Liverpool target Alexander Isak after the Florian Wirtz deal. Liverpool are willing to sacrifice 2 stars in an effort to raise funds for Alexander Isak. So yeah, Liverpool need to raise funds. They need to sell players if we want to go all out for Alexander Isak. And the reports suggest that Liverpool are very close to finalizing the deal for Florian Wirtz. By the time you are watching this video, maybe the deal is already official, and I would love it if Liverpool dropped that today after Trent Alexander-Arnold spoke fluent Spanish in his Real Madrid unveiling. And it takes, 1 or 2 years for somebody to learn Spanish fluently who is an English native speaker. So it's really suspect, and Trent Alexander-Arnold probably has been learning Spanish for years. This has been his plan all along, to run down his contract and to go to Real Madrid, and that's why Liverpool fans were so mad at him. Isak, of course, is one of the hottest strikers in the Premier League, and Liverpool in every position want the absolute best in class, and in striker department the best one is Alexander Isak. Is he available? I think Newcastle would sell if Liverpool make a huge, like 120, 130 million pound offer, but Newcastle getting Champions League football, of course, makes this more difficult. Isak scored 27 goals last season, as well as getting like 10, 15 assists, can't remember exactly. But the Daily Mail is reporting as well that Liverpool are plotting a move for Alexander Isak, because Liverpool are set to continue the summer spending spree, and Liverpool are far from done in the transfer market. And I mean, can you imagine the meltdown from rival fans if we sign Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, Mamadashvili, Kerkez, and then we drop Alexander Isak on top of those transfers? I mean, people would lose their heads. And that's exactly what Liverpool's ambitions are. We want to create the best possible team with the smartest possible, transfer strategy of selling players for a lot of money and buying players who improve the starting 11. And of course, Isak would improve the starting 11. He's miles better than Darwin Nunez or Diogo Jota. And if Newcastle, of course, refuse to budge on a likely 150 million pound valuation, then Liverpool may turn their attention to Hugo Ekitike or Barcola, who has been linked today with Liverpool as well. Reports out of Germany this week claimed that Bayern Munich also identified Barcola, with his future uncertain in Paris, because they have Desiree Doué, Kvaratskhelia, and Paris Saint-Germain are signing other players as well in his position. And Barcola was only a substitute in the Champions League final, which I'm sure hurt him quite a lot. Liverpool will look to raise funds for the second wave of the summer transfer spending, and it looks like Darwin Nunez will leave. Hopefully we can sell him for a lot of money. Luis Diaz is open to leaving as well if Barcelona or a Saudi club comes in for him, and Liverpool want to get as much money as possible for these players. And even the quota side news outlet is reporting that Liverpool are trying everything to convince Alexander Isak to move to Liverpool. And I mean, he wouldn't win a lot of trophies. Yes, Newcastle won the League Cup trophy after like 80 years, which is brilliant and it was great, but Newcastle won't consistently challenge for the Premier League title, for the Champions League trophy, and Alexander Isak is definitely good enough to challenge for those trophies. So it will be interesting to see if Newcastle are tempted to sell the player in the coming weeks. Convincing the striker should not be too difficult for Liverpool. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and the opportunity to play for the Premier League champions will be hard to turn down Liverpool. And Isak has proven himself at Newcastle, so he could look to take the next step in his career, and Liverpool could provide Isak with the platform to win the Premier League, to win the Champions League, and to become an Anfield legend in the process, which would be absolutely brilliant. Can you imagine Alexander Isak up front with Wirtz behind him, and McAllister and Salah and Diaz on the wing, or Salah and Gakpo on the wing? That is a mouth-watering prospect as well. And also, Ben Jacobs is reporting about Hugo Ekitike and the interest in him from Liverpool, but I think that is only going to be materializing if Liverpool have no chance of getting Isak. So right now what Liverpool are trying to do is selling a couple of players for big money so we can get a big pile of cash again and go again and attack the transfer window again and try everything to get Isak. And if we can't get Isak, then we will see what's there on the market. But Ben Jacobs is reporting. So let me know what do you think about the Isak links, and also what do you think about the transfer strategy, what should it be? And also the Ben Jacobs is reporting that Chelsea do hold an interest in Ekitike, but he says, and I quote, "I think it's Liverpool who are really there for Ekitike. Chelsea were never as advanced as people said, and there is a reason that things are going slow around Ekitike. Because Liverpool want to find out the situation of Alexander Isak after Liverpool sell Nunez and or Diaz. And if that doesn't come to light, so if Isak is on a table, if Newcastle say we don't sell him for less than 170 or 150 million pounds, then that's when Liverpool will turn to Ekitike, because Ekitike is better than nothing for sure. And also you have to take it into account that when these transfer reports you are reading or hearing, when valuations start appearing consistently, that means it's not by accident. Nothing is by accident, especially in the transfer market. It's a signal from Liverpool, who are putting out these stories through the journalists, that these players are available at the right price, and Liverpool are listening to offers. In the last few days, just to name a few names, we have seen Darwin Nunez getting slapped with a 50 to 60 million pound valuation, which means that if you bid in that ballpark, Liverpool will listen. Liverpool will come to the negotiating table, sit down and have a chat with you, because Darwin Nunez is for sale 100%. Luis Diaz, his valuation is 60 to 70 million pounds. Again, in that bracket, in that valuation, Liverpool will listen to offers for Luis Diaz. Harvey Elliott and Jero Kwanzaa, also both players are available, they are on the market, and Liverpool will listen to offers for 40 million pounds each. So that's a little bit steep, especially for Harvey Elliott. Ben Doak, Liverpool are listening to offers if they reach around 30 million pounds. So even if the deals land on the lower end, if you sell all these players, Nunez, Diaz, Harvey Elliott, Kwanzaa, Ben Doak, that could land Liverpool 170 million pounds in incoming transfer fees. And of course, some players would need replacing, but the strategy looks clear to raise funds very smartly and then reinvest it with purpose into young players with great potential, or players who are already world class but also very young. So there is still a lot of movement at Liverpool, and I think it's perfect because I cover the transfer news daily on my channel, so I absolutely love and enjoy these kind of talks. But Liverpool also need to be mindful of the homegrown quota, because Liverpool must have the right numbers when it comes to homegrown players. You sell Kwanzaa, Elliott, Doak, Gomez, Morton, and then Liverpool could be in bother, especially because Kelleher was also classed as a homegrown player, and obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. But the good news is that Jeremy Frimpong coming in, he also counts as a homegrown player because he grew up in the Manchester City Academy. Somebody said Diaz and Nunez out, Gordon and Ekitike in. That wouldn't be half bad. I think Gordon is not better than Luis Diaz, but he's a lot younger, a few years younger, and Ekitike is better than Darwin Nunez, no questions asked. But my dream is Isak and Anthony Gordon instead of Nunez and Luis Diaz. Wow, that would be an absolute dream transfer window. I'm not sure how we could fund it because Gordon would cost like 70 million, Isak 120, 130 million. Also, Liverpool need depth in the defensive midfield department or getting another midfielder if Szoboszlai shifts between center attacking midfielder and center midfielder. We don't want to run Wirtz into the ground like Rauwenbeck, and maybe we need a center back as well. Also, something very curious happened on social media. Curtis Jones liked a post about Liverpool potentially selling Luis Diaz and returning to Anthony Gordon. So basically the post said from a Newcastle fan, if Liverpool cash in on Luis Diaz, then they could return to the table for Anthony Gordon and try to sign him. While Newcastle want to keep Gordon, there is a feeling in some quarters that if the big offer arrives, then that would tempt Newcastle to do business. And Curtis Jones actually liked this post, meaning that he would prefer Anthony Gordon instead of Luis Diaz. So that's just usual social media activity of Liverpool players, you know, watching transfer news. And who knows, maybe a Liverpool player has watched my videos as well, which would be absolutely mind-blowing to me, honestly. And get in touch if you are a Liverpool player and you watch my videos. That would be absolutely crazy. Also, just to touch on Trent Alexander-Arnold speaking fluent Spanish, there is a survey saying that it takes an English speaker 9 to 12 months to achieve conversational fluency in Spanish with consistent effort. Reaching professional level, it can take 1 or 2 years and may require 600 hours of study and practice. So make your mind up, you know, that Trent Alexander-Arnold just he didn't decide to leave in March for Real Madrid. He decided this years ago, and Real Madrid probably already made the deal behind the scenes with Trent Alexander-Arnold maybe 1 or 2 years ago. So yeah, make of that what you will. I also wanted to reveal something about the Florian Wirtz transfer story. Basically how Germany led the news. It did not come out of Liverpool, it came out of Germany, and the Florian Wirtz story started and ended where it mattered, in Germany, and that's where the real temperature was taken. This is where the first credible flickers of truth emerged. For close on 3 weeks now, the UK circuit has been chasing this story like it is a foreign language, because in many ways it was. Liverpool did not leak, did not brief anything to the journalists, they didn't need the noise. So better clues came from the German side. When Wirtz flew to Blackpool, everybody still expected Bayern, but within 24 hours the tone changed. The German source came and said that the odds have flipped from 10% of Florian Wirtz going to Liverpool to 90%. So around 10 days ago we were told that the deal was agreed in principle, the structure said, the direction was clear. The only sticking points were apparently those of the exact money, the exact base fee and the installments, the bonuses as well. It was a slow tightening of the rope around Bayern's chances. And there is a calm ruthlessness about how Liverpool does business now. It frustrates some people in the media and occasionally it confuses the fan base as well. But when it clicks, it looks like Liverpool's pursuit of Florian Wirtz. Bundesliga is a standout player who is, most popular among all the bigger clubs. And he's going to Liverpool. Not because Liverpool shouted loudest, but because they knew what they were doing. The money is big, around £100 million guaranteed, add-ons on top, breaking the British transfer record. But it is not reckless. It is performance-linked and carefully structured. This is ambition with discipline. Wirtz is more than a signing. He's a signal to other players, to the dressing room, to the market. It tells you Liverpool are still in the room, still pulling power, still planning for something serious. This is not about who reported it first, it is about who moved the smartest. And if this deal lands like we expect it to, Liverpool will have done what they do best. And that is to sign a world-class player for a British record transfer. And that is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I would love to hear it. And also, I mean, if anybody now doubts how much of a traitor, how much of a rat Trent Alexander is, just look at the Liverpool fans' reactions on social media. He said, one Liverpool fan said, Trent cost his boyhood club the winning goal in the Champions League final and immediately started learning Spanish to help orchestrate a move to Real Madrid, the club that Liverpool lost to. So don't let anyone tell you that he is not a rat. And Trent Alexander said, I can't wait to show Real Madrid fans what I can do on the pitch. And Liverpool fan replied, like leaving your man unmarked at the back post. I absolutely love this. Social media is so hilarious sometimes, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I really hope that this blows up in Trent's face, to be honest. And apparently Man City already bought players for more money than what Liverpool are about to spend on Florian Wirtz. And also, you know, Trent speaking fluent Spanish after Trent pretended to not know what Darwin Nunez is saying for the last 2 years. Darwin Nunez must look at Trent Alexander like, are you serious? You pretended you didn't know what I was saying and yet you were learning Spanish behind the scenes. That is just absolutely hilarious. So let me know what you think in the comments below about all the stories that we covered in this video, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you guys. Goodbye.